Okay. So, I don't know what the fuck happened.
I'm just saying goodbye, Rob, and that everything went.
Yeah, and I didn't even touch anything. Like I wasn't even at my computer.
Oh, shit.
It might have been something Sean was doing. Maybe it just shut it down by accident.
Hmm.
Let me fuck, how do I send him a not used to doing this on here.
Hmm.
Oh, let me send Sean a message. I'll tell him to go to the because it's the same link.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened there. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened, Lambo. Oh, you know what it was? Was when remember when I got kicked out a little bit ago? I bet it reverted Rob to host.
Yeah,
And then when he left, he ended the meeting for everybody. That had to have
that's
been it.
probably it. Yeah.
And I didn't realize it because I hadn't been playing on it because Sean's been on the computer. That's how
Yeah.
that must have, because that's what Zoom will do is it will auto revert somebody to host. And it must have picked Rob and he
Hmm.
didn't realize it.
Hmm.
Okay, that makes sense then.
That's probably the only conclusion we could come to.
Well, I'd say it had to have been because the timing of him saying goodbye and then
Yeah,
it shutting
yeah,
down.
because
It had to
he
have been
said
Rob.
goodbye, and he hit leave. So it seems to the only.
Well, anybody that you can use the same link to pop back in if you guys want.
Yeah, same link. That's what I did.
Yeah, I didn't even realize I was sitting there talking. I was like, "Oh, you guys remember this?" And nobody's answering. I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" And I go back
Yeah,
in
my screen just cut out straightly, and just bang, that was it.
yeah, I went to my back in my room and I see Sean still moving around on the computer, but then Zoom's gone. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder why Murray didn't go live this morning.
Hmm. I was in bed, so I wouldn't have known. But yeah, interesting.
I know he usually waits for Dennis and Rodney to end it, but
Hmm.
shit, Rodney was done by I think like 9:30 or something. Wasn't that late, and I figured Murray was going to go live, and he never did.
Hmm. No, I fell asleep, unfortunately, because I was trying to wait up for Rodney, and then yeah.
Yeah, I usually don't catch their live streams. I'm usually getting up right around that time. Usually
Yeah.
Rodney's in the middle of his. The Saturdays I don't tend to get up too early because usually Paul doesn't go on live at 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturdays.
Hmm.
Usually he don't go on until about 9:30, 10. So I was figuring he was gonna go on, but he never did. So
Hmm.
you had fun at that air show yesterday?
Yeah, it was good fun.
Did you go with anybody else or you just went up there by yourself?
No, I went just by myself.
Hey, sometimes it's nice to go on a little trip like that by yourself.
Hmm.
Get out and do what you want.
Yeah, it got me out of the house at least.
Oh yeah. Took a nice little scenic route on the train too.
It just there's only one real route, so
How long would it have taken you to drive up there? Would it have been any faster? Or?
it would have been faster, but the trouble was the traffic was horrendous. Yeah,
Well, I guess and then you don't have to deal with parking a car and all that crap.
yeah.
Well, how did you get from the train station to was it very far from the air show or what?
There was a bus. They had a shuttle bus.
Oh, okay.
They had a 8-kilometer shuttle bus. The first 1 kilometer we were going at centimeters an hour. And once we got past that, because that street that comes out of the train station also goes straight into the parking lot. So once you got past that bit, it took about probably 10, I think it was 10 or 12 minutes extra.
Oh, that's not bad.
Hmm.
How long was the air show?
Well, gates opened at 8 a.m. and closed at 6 p.m. But the aerial displays went from about 10 o'clock to about 4:30. Because I left at about 4-ish, got the shuttle bus back. And once I was at the train station, even though it's 8 or so kilometers away, you could still see the planes in the background and you could hear it. You could hear an F-18 buzzing the whole area.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, Sean, was it reverted the host to Rob when I got kicked out the first time.
Oh,
And when he left, he ended the stream and didn't realize it.
okay. I was like, what happened? Everything left.
You went, huh? I did the
Yeah,
same thing.
because Zoom will do that, so the stream doesn't shut down. It will just make somebody else the host.
Okay.
And usually it's normally it's whoever pops in first. So I'm surprised it didn't make Dominic the host.
Yeah.
But for some
Yeah.
reason it made Rob the host.
No, nobody wants Dominic to be the host.
Yeah.
How you doing, Sean? You winning over there?
Kind of. I can't remember what motherboard he has, and I can't find a board that actually comes up with the Armory crate for Windows 11.
Hmm.
So I'm half wondering if it's not even compatible with Windows 11.
Well, that
Might
could
not
be.
be.
It's very possible.
One of the reasons why I stopped doing computer technician is keeping up with the latest trends and the latest shit,
Right.
mate. It's just,
And it's changing
Exactly
a
the
lot
same.
lately.
Exactly the same reason why I stopped doing it.
and the issue is every Tom, Dick and Harry and his dog thinks they know how to do all this shit with computer until they stuff up and they go, oh, how do you fix this?
Right.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Dominic after Windows 95, he was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
What do you mean? After
Pretty
Vic 20?
much.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Don't tell me you didn't have a Vic 20, Dom. Everyone had a Vic
Well,
20.
that's
knows
where I
anything
learned to
about computers.
program. I
Yeah.
learned to program on the VIC 20 and then the Commodore 64.
I actually learned to program with bloody punch cards myself.
Most some of the work that I did when I was studying was on an 8-inch floppy.
You're just bragging now.
Yeah.
You never had an 8-inch floppy. Dom, don't be telling me that.
I went reel to reel, whatever.
Good old fashioned tape drives. They were magic.
Yeah, I must admit, 8-inch floppies were fun. I
Yeah.
was glad when they went. We're glad when they went down to the 5.
Yeah, because it was easier to carry.
No, and then the 3.5s were damn sight better, but then there was a storage issue.
Yeah.
You had to have so friggin' many of them. They were that small.
Yeah, you had to carry 100 of them around.
Yeah, and that was just a fucking a word.
Dominic, you mind keeping an eye on the chat for me?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I can't pull it up right now.
All right.
And then
here we go. We're gonna
when we
try.
learnt to double side the bloody 5 5.25,
Yeah, with that little punch, the little puncher.
that made life so much easier. You didn't have to carry so many of them around.
Yeah. And then storage got a whole lot more interesting. And then you had zip drives and the
Well,
very
yeah, but
early
then-
versions.
Then they
Yeah.
come up with hard drives, which were removable instead of fixed. Well,
Yeah.
that made life a lot more interesting because you could actually put bigger ones in. You didn't need floppy so much.
Yeah. Pull that
But
out.
they always
put
still
that on.
seem to bloody sell you programs on floppy disks.
Yeah.
And then CDs come out. That made life a lot more interesting.
Oh,
Yep.
Then burners.
Yep. DVD rewriters. Yeah.
No, CD rewriters. First one. I
Yeah.
had.
And then the DVD rewriter came out.
And back in the days when you were doing EEPROM burning.
Now
Yeah.
they have ultra.
Yeah, that was fun.
Ultraviolet or something.
And then computers got boring after that because everything was just
Yeah.
plug and play. And then they come out with Arduino. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Then you can program shit again.
Yep.
Yep.
Then you could actually play.
Right.
Which reminds me, I got to get into doing some Arduino soon. I've got to get myself some more Arduinos and do some programming.
Yeah. I got to get back to that myself.
I've got 2 more to play with.
I want to add a couple to my home automation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They work really well for that.
Apparently, I hear Raspberry Pis are better.
They're faster.
They're
Mm.
also expensive.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the trouble. You want to go faster, you got to pay for it.
Yeah. But I don't know. The Adreno with the Bluetooth is pretty nice.
Mm.
I'm not sure what I want to do with it at the moment. I just want to be able to turn my roller shutters on and off, and they're not 12 volts. They're 9 volts. So you have to be very particular about what you put in it.
Right.
Yeah.
You can just use it as a pass through and then have it as an on off switch, basically, I guess.
Mm.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, I know you can do more than one on-off switch for one Arduino.
Yeah.
You can
Oh yeah.
actually control like four to 8 bloody relays on an Arduino
Oh,
if you
yeah.
do it properly.
Yep.
Mm.
I'm just umming and ahhing about whether I want to do that because I've only got 4 roller shutters, but
Oh.
it seems to be a bit of a waste. You know what I mean?
Right. I know.
I'm thinking maybe I should connect the curtains to them as well.
Are you talking about the Nano or are you talking about the bigger one?
You know, not the nano. I'm not
We're
familiar with
just
a
in
nano.
it fucking hurts. My doctor doesn't come back until
You can get now with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth on it already.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
for a couple of weeks.
I think the R3's got
next?
Wi-Fi on it.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to use the Wi-Fi on Alexa than it is the Bluetooth.
Yeah.
And it's a bit easier to program a Wi-Fi on an Arduino than it is the Bluetooth. too.
Right.
JDS.
The only reason I mentioned the Bluetooth is because I don't have an Alexa or anything, so I actually just use it through my phone.
Yeah, I do too, but my phone also
Mr.
connected to my
JRC.
Wi-Fi, so
Okay.
Howdy.
Some conflict with MSI after better phones trying to fix it.
The fucking
I don't Bluetooth because of the range. It's not got the range Wi-Fi's got.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Can't go through a
And
wall, really.
unfortunately, I've got well, you can, but you can only go through probably 2 walls tops, and then you start. Hold on, that's a bit far.
Right.
And
Mm.
my house is, sitting on a 1/4 acre block, and it's as wide as the 1/4 acre block. So
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
you go from one side of it to the other, and all of a sudden
Yeah.
your Bluetooth drops out, and you go, yeah, that's not good for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put our blanket in
So
the-
far, Wi-Fi is okay. I'm going to put a booster in anyway because I just don't want
Mm.
conflict.
Right.
I have too many things up, and they just don't want to reach the bloody Wi-Fi.
Right.
I did think about putting my modem with the Wi-Fi in the center of the house, so I didn't have to worry about it. But the amount of bloody wiring and climbing around in the bloody roof, I'd have to do now.
Yeah. I ran mine through conduit on the outside of the house. I wasn't going to deal with that either.
Hmm.
Oh dear,
The-
we've got in Australia, we've got brick outsides and
Oh.
wood frame for the inside. So there's like a 3-inch gap between the two, so you
Oh,
can run
geez.
anything you like around the outside.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
to go through the center walls, you got to drill holes in noggins and bloody beams and shit like
Jesus.
that just to get down the wall. And I'm not
Okay.
interested.
I didn't know that. Most of the holes were already punched on my house because he had cable connections going everywhere, and like who
Oh, that's
uses
good.
coax anymore?
Yeah.
So I just took all that stuff out and put in Cat 6 in there, and it's like, yep, that'll work.
I put Cat 6 throughout my house when I first got it, and I was young and healthy. And
Yeah.
Mm.
I put TV splitters and boosters and everything in the ceiling, so I could have more than one TV in the house. And
Oh yeah.
now, no, I'm not climbing up there. I'm getting a bit too old to be climbing
Yeah.
around bloody crawl spaces and shit.
I still got to get up in my attic, and I've been procrastinating it for the last 3 years. But I need to run a wire from one of my switches to my living room because I don't have any ceiling lights in there, and I'm tired of the lamps.
Who isn't
Just
bored,
put-
JDS?
Just put smart globes in the lamps. You won't have to do it at all.
Yeah. And then you can just completely automate everything.
And then when you do you decide to do your smart home, whichever way you do it, you just connect it to the globes.
Right.
I mean, that's all
Well,
I've done
that's-
throughout the house with all my globes. Is just put in smart globes. Damn sight
Yeah.
easier than running on bloody cabling and shit. Fuck that.
Mm.
Well, I'm gonna go to those smart LED kind of can lights, but I still want to have power up there from the
Yeah.
switch. So
Yeah.
then eventually I'll change all the switches to automation.
I know all my switches are going to stay exactly the same as they are, the menu on and off, so that I at least can turn the power if I need to work on them or anything.
Right. Yeah.
But the globes
You're supposed to
themselves
turn the
are
breaker off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I'm changing a globe or a light fitting in the roof, I just turn the power off to that room,
Yeah.
which is good.
Let's see where Brett's going. Are we there yet?
No. It's still loading. This is a huge
Sorry.
program. Jesus.
He's going to the gas station.
Yeah,
Who,
but
you are?
redoing
he
it by
is.
remote doesn't help either. You know that, don't you?
Oh, I know. Don't remind me.
Well, you will admit to people that you can do it. That's why you get stuck with the remote jobs.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. But at least I can do it. So
No, but you've got to learn to shut up, Sean. That's the problem.
I know. I know. It drives me nuts when people have problems with their computers and stuff, and half the time it's not even them.
Yeah, stop driving me nuts. Now it just makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I know.
What up? What up? What
Good
up?
evening.
What's up, TJ?
What's going on with y'all?
What's for dinner?
I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead yet.
We're all sitting here laughing at Justin because his computer fucked up.
Yeah.
Shit. I hate technology is so frustrating sometimes. I hate it.
Mhm.
Not as frustrating as women.
Yeah.
At least with technology, you can switch it off.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Turn it on
I
and
don't
turn it
know.
off again.
Yeah, I don't know. I tend to get frustrated sometimes, start throwing things and banging things when something isn't cooperating with me. Something with technology.
I just buy my wife a new video game and then I don't see her for months.
Yeah, I was going to say, you try yelling and banging at things when your wife's concerned. No, mate, it's just not on.
Mm.
All right, it's back on now, Sean.
It's trying to reconnect, it looks like. I'm trying to.
Oh, wow, it is reconnecting. Never
Yeah.
did that before.
ADS.
I'm glad they finally got that shit fixed.
Speaking of fixing,
Nice.
I was actually trying to fix my fucking RC boat that Dan gave me at the last meetup.
Yeah.
I took the shit apart, and I was like, well, fuck. I mean, I'm probably not worth fucking fixing it. So I was out actually just a little while ago trying to find a new one. I went to Walmart and then I went to Target. And I couldn't find an RC boat. So I'll
No, don't buy new bright shit from Walmart. If you're gonna spend money to buy an RC boat, get at least a decent one.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go on Amazon and look for one.
You don't have a hobby shop there?
I mean, there is. I think there's one in Jupiter that I went to try to that I took the one that Dan gave me. I took that one to have him fix it. But yeah, I'll probably just
Sean.
Yeah, but the one that Dan gave you is a hobby grade one though.
Mm.
Sean, not all
Yes.
hobby shops are good shops, okay?
True. Yeah,
There
don't
are
go
what you
to, don't
call
go to Toy Town.
there are what you call RC shops, people who actually know what the frick they're talking about, and they
Mm.
specialize in selling that shit. Even though
Right.
they're a hobby shop, they're still geared around RCs.
Mm.
Right.
yeah. Let me see.
They're the ones you go to, with that way when you got questions that you don't know the answers to, you'll get intelligent conversation from them.
Right.
And no.
Well, before you buy anything, TJ, you need to figure out how much the parts are for that boat versus buying a new one.
Mm.
Yeah,
then
and
when
also
you
how
get
much
to-
you're actually willing to spend.
And before you buy anything new, you need to really look up what the good brands RC boats are. Don't buy some cheap piece of crap from Walmart.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean they had one there, but it wasn't. They only had one that it was like one of those like wake boats or whatever, the ones that you carry like the wakeboards and shit on.
Yeah, New Bright, they sell a lot of New Bright shit at Walmart, which isn't bad stuff for just, playing around with. But if you want something hobby grade, that's not the way to go.
Yeah.
But that's what I said is the boat that Dan gave you is actually a hobby grade boat. It's meant to be repaired and fixed. It's not a throwaway RC like you would buy at Walmart. Like
Yeah.
those New Brights at Walmart ain't worth fixing. Once they break, you just throw them out and get another one.
I mean, hell, like I took the screws out and everything and took the motor out and disconnected everything, and everything's all rusted and shit from it being in the ocean.
Coffee.
Sounds like you got some work ahead of you there, mate.
So I don't know. I just might cruise Amazon and see what they have in there.
I still reckon you just at least look at replacement parts and the cost and see whether it's viable, because you might find out it might actually be cheaper just to fix that one.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, Dan said it would, like, I don't know, just look for parts for it. I mean,
Well, that's what I'm saying. Go to the hobby shop and order the parts through them and find out how much it's gonna be. Cause they'll know how to look them up and find you the parts that you need. Cause the problem
Yeah,
is
it's
you
not-
you don't really know a lot about that boat yourself. So you need to go to somebody that's gonna know where to find the right parts and what parts you need and all that.
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
not
I
only that,
literally-
it's not gonna hurt you to look, that's all.
took it apart and like looked at
Is there a loose connection?
I think just the coils are like all fucked up, I think. And then like the spring, there was a spring.
Yeah, you fucked that spring up. I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
But it was so rusted, you couldn't help but twist it to get it to them down.
Hey, Bill,
Yeah.
Newfound.
What's up, Bill?
What's up, Bill?
Sorry if I can't see the chat, guys. Sean's working on my computer and
Tell him to work
No,
out.
that's all right.
I don't have the chat pulled up. So
That's all right.
Dominic, hey,
JDS is just spamming the chat, so
Per usual. Let me go time him out.
Yeah, I think I might do. I don't know. I think I might do that too. Just put it in the recycle bin. Just recycle.
yeah,
it.
why not?
Yeah. Just buy a brand new one.
Hey, Steve
Yeah, but
Carpenter.
but like I said, though, that is a hobby grade boat. So just don't throw it away until you get a quote on it first.
Yeah, I don't
Because
know.
don't do that because you're just going to end up doing that if you buy another one. You're going to be like, oh, I don't want to fix it.
Yeah, I don't know. Az said take it to the kitchen and put it in the trash can. Done and done.
No, Sarah's in the chat at least.
But like Dan and all them said that, when he was talking about those parts, it shouldn't cost you more than $30-40 to fix that thing.
Yeah,
That's just not bad. If you go out and buy a brand new RC boat, a good one, you're going to pay a couple $100 for it, at least.
yeah. They had a couple on Amazon for like $50.
Yeah, but those aren't going to be very good boats. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you
50
don't want
bucks is $50.
that could be $40 on parts to fix a good one.
Yeah,
So do you think I should hold on to this one then and take
Well,
it?
what I think you should do is go to the hobby shop and get a quote on how much the parts would be before you
get
do
an
anything.
idea what's going on.
Right, before you do anything.
Hmm.
There's no point in going out and buying another hobby grade boat when you already have one that you could fix for a quarter of the
Exactly.
price.
Yeah,
It's like I always tell you, TJ, don't go out and spend a bunch of money you don't have, but to fix that, it's not really all that bad.
Hmm.
You're not blowing like $500 or nothing crazy.
all right. Well, I'll probably go.
Yeah, just run up to the hobby store real quick and just talk to them. Just be like, hey, I did, and just get it. You're pretty much just getting a quote. You're just asking, what parts do I need? How much are they going to be? And if you're comfortable enough to do it yourself, do it yourself. I would say do it yourself because if you're really
Go on,
interested
Bill.
in keeping that boat and learning about it, the next time you break it, you're going to be able to diagnose it and fix it yourself
Yeah.
real quick.
All right. I mean, I kind of did already.
Right. So that's what I'm saying.
Hanging
So,
with JD.
what's up, JD? Should have JD
Good
went out
point.
and bought a new damn RC car every time he broke it, dude. He'd be broke as hell.
Yeah.
Way
JD
cheaper.
makes a good point there. If you get into
Yeah.
RC, you need to be able to work on them themselves. Otherwise, not worth getting into.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, if you have tons of money to blow on frivolous shit, and you go out and you buy a Traxxas and just run it to hell and you just want to throw it away and buy a new one every single time, then by all means do it. But
I mean, hell, I would like to get this thing up and running again. I mean, it seems like a pretty good boat and all. Like, it seems like it goes pretty fast. Like, and like I bought one off of Amazon, and now I got two boats that don't work. So
well, that's what I'm saying. But if you're not super into the whole boat hobby thing for RCs, so you really don't know what a good brand is and what's not. So you really have to do your research. That's why if you go to a hobby shop, they can tell you what the name brand, good brands are in that particular RC hobby. So you can kind of start to learn, it's just like the big mistake everybody makes when they first get into drones. What do? They go on Amazon and buy some piece of crap $200 drone.
Yeah.
Then later on they learn, oh, there's DJIs and Altels and all these different brands you can buy, right? And then they're like, oh, and then they realize that they wasted their money. So that's what I'm saying. Go find out what a good hobby grade RC boat is. Find out how much it is to fix that one. That way you know this stuff ahead of time before you go blowing money on a piece of crap off the Amazon, right?
yeah, and then I go like, like let it sit for like long periods of time and not take care of it, and then I'll have like all these boats that are all fucked up all over the place.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And then you're going to buy some piece of crap that you can't even buy replacement parts for.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Bill's
saying?
got a point. Don't cry over spilled milk. Fix them up.
Exactly. There you go.
So I think that's what I'll do. I'll take this one in and tell them I took the thing apart and I want to know how much it's going to cost me to fix it and parts and stuff.
Right. And then get an idea and then just try to ask some questions so you can kind of learn about the RC boat, section of the hobby and learn what the name brands are and what the good brands are and all that. Because I guarantee you a good RC boat, like a good name brand one's probably going to run you $200-300 easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
It ain't going to run you $50 off Amazon.
Yeah.
You're like Kyosho and things like that. Look at Tower Hobby, all those types of actual, like Justin says, hobby grade stuff. Go from there. Yep.
And you got plenty of guys around, that they might not be experts in doing RC boats, but they'll have a damn good chance of helping you figure it out if you get stuck on something. You know what I'm saying? Like JD works on RC cars, but I bet if you gave him that boat, he could probably figure out how to get it going. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of guys around that are into RC stuff that would definitely be able to figure it out at least.
Modify it if anything, but
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I didn't cut any of the tubes. No, like I just, I took the tubes out because there was like looked like there was some corrosion in there. So I just emptied all the corrosion out and whatever.
right.
So yeah, just I would go in, have that checked, see how much it's going to be to fix. If it's like $30-40, then you're not blowing a crap ton of money. You're not dropping half a paycheck on it. I mean, you spent $60 on a goddamn air cleaner the other day.
Yeah. I actually took that back. Actually, by the way.
See, there's your boat fixing money right there. Take that $60 and go to the hobby shop.
Yeah. JD says he's got an RC boat as well.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he had one of those. Doesn't surprise me though.
Why does David keep telling me to throw it in the trash can?
What?
He keeps saying trash it and forget about it.
The snacks.
No idea.
I mean, it was in saltwater, Bill, but I mean, I think that big pond that's in the back is freshwater, I think.
Yeah, but it was like, Dan and everybody were telling you that night, what's good to do is take that boat no matter what water you're running it through, run it through a fresh tub of water, clean it. And then what's good is to take some WD-40 and keep those shafts nice and lubricated while it's sitting. And then every couple of weeks, walk by it, turn the prop around a few times, spray a dab of, penetrating oil in there, and just keep it lubed up whenever you're not using it.
Should the coils be sprayed too?
Ask JD, he probably would know. I'm just going by what Dan and them were telling you last time. They said to keep that shaft and everything lubricated. Plus, I mean, when you put it in water and stuff, with that WD-40 and all that already in there, it's going to help protect it to a certain extent anyway. You know what I'm saying? That oil is going to create a little bit of a barrier in there, so it's not going to do much to it when you go to clean it and shit. I mean, I
don't
guess
know,
JD
like-
does know a little bit about the RC boats, so he might know.
I don't know. Basically, I just took it apart. Like I took the engine out, and like I started to like take this. Like some of the screws were rusted, and the tops of them like had broken off, and then like I don't know. There's still a little bit of screws like in the holes and shit.
Yeah, but if you get a tiny enough drill bit, just be real easy. You can drill that shit out.
Yeah.
You just gotta be really careful.
I reckon if you're gonna run it in bloody salt water, wash it, flush it with clear water every time you finish playing with it.
Right.
Well, like I
Or
said, just take it in.
as what Sam said, just don't run it in hot salt water. It's better for the boat.
Yeah, just take it in there. Make sure you take all the parts with you that you took off, everything with you, so you can show them what you have, and just go in there and talk to them.
Well, Bill, like I was saying, we have a huge. I think that's fresh water in the back there, I believe. So I don't
Now, how
think
much did you pay for that boat off Amazon?
Uh,
The other one?
I think it was like 50 something dollars.
Yeah, that one you could probably junk. If
Yeah.
it's not working anymore, I'd probably throw that one in the trash, because that one I can almost guarantee you're not going to find parts for.
Yeah.
Because I can't see the chat, but JD, what would a really good hobby grade, not overly expensive, but like kind of your entry level hobby grade boat cost you? I would assume it'd be at least a couple $100.
And that'd just be for the boat.
Right.
I mean, Dan did say that it does get up and go. So I mean,
Well, that's what I said. Take it to the hobby shop, find out if it's repairable and all that, what parts you can get for it.
yeah.
If it comes to a point where they say they can't find parts for it or whatever, then that's when you start looking at getting them something else. But
And there are a lot of those less than $100 boats out there like that too, that you can get at a hobby shop that aren't, or at least back in the day, that still did okay, but who knows? Yeah, get the assessment for sure. What Justin says.
matter of fact, you should get in the car and go now and take us on a trip.
Yeah, right.
Let's do it.
Come on. You can take us on a trip to the hobby
Yeah,
shop.
yeah. Just I need some pictures of it. TJ, give me some pictures so we'll go to the hobby shop.
Go to the hobby shop. Here, I'll just show
Yep,
you.
How
I got a
far
few-
is the
that's-
hobby shop from there?
For me?
No, I'm talking about TJ. How far is the hobby
TJ?
shop from there?
Let's see. Let me Google.
Oh, it's like 2 blocks away. Get your ass in the car.
Hobby shop near me.
I wonder if they're even open today. Saturday.
Usually open till
There's
like
one that's
afternoon.
there's one that's 1.7 miles.
Oh, get your ass in the car and go. Come on.
And then
What's
there's
the
Hobby-
name?
It's called Warhammer.
That sounds like a gaming hobby,
Yeah.
Right.
not necessarily RC hobby. Find like an RC, like a airplane.
There's Hobby Lobby.
No.
No.
Warhammer.
Yeah, that
that's
sounds
not
like a
gay
good place.
nightclub.
Team Legend RC, they close soon. They close at 5. It's like 10.4 miles.
There you go. That
It's
sounds
only
more like it.
10.4 miles. That's not far.
Oh, you got 45 minutes. Get your ass over there.
45 minutes. Hey, you can I try Joanne Fabric and Crafts?
Yes.
Hey, you don't know.
Get a cricket. Get a cricket.
He's gonna go in there and the lady's gonna be like, well, we can sell you a nice boat for your RC boat. They sell you a nice little bow for the top of it.
Little bit.
We can get you a slip.
A slip.
All right. They just TJ comes out with a bunch of fucking sewing shit.
Hey, not that there's anything wrong with that.
How about Build-A-Bear?
No,
Yeah.
TJ's just gonna come out of there with a new hobby. He's gonna have a bunch of knitting shit with him.
Exactly.
He done got a trade in on his RC boat with some knitting needles.
Some finger lube. A finger lube.
A bunch of knitting needles. That's funny.
Well, at least you can make everybody some doilies for the drone meetup.
Yeah, some doilies. Picklehead hobbies. RC parts JLB racing. What do they got here? This one's 9.9 miles.
What'd you say?
Oh,
1.9
that's not
miles?
bad, JD.
I actually think I went to this Team Legend place.
Well, you got 45 minutes to get there. It's probably going to be about a 15-minute drive.
Yeah, it's all the
Hey,
way.
do they have a website? Can you see what it is?
let's see. Yeah, I've actually been to this.
Bill, 25 kilometers just doesn't sound fast at all.
Yeah.
I mean, they give it a 4 point. Let's see, 5.5 stars, which is
How the fuck they get 5.5 stars?
So
5.5
what do they
out of
what do they
10.
specialize in? Do they specialize in
um,
boats or planes or
yeah, planes,
cars?
RC cars, like everything.
Boats?
Yeah,
Okay.
airplanes and all kind of shit there.
That sounds promising.
Mm.
And they close at 5 o'clock, so I have
45 minutes.
45 minutes to get there. All
Or
right.
do you set
well,
up time for tomorrow? You actually make a mission for it.
Yeah.
Or when you got a day off.
Well, my day off is on Wednesday, so I could shoot up there on Wednesday.
Mhm.
Maybe give them a call, let them know what you have, the model that it is. Just say, hey, I want to make a drive over there, see what's going on, and get this thing going. That way they're prepared. They can pull out some parts and make a little appointment. If they're that specialized.
Yeah, I might do that, and then we can I can call y'all, and we can just do like a video. And be like,
Put them on pressure. Or you're gonna walk right into their stream, like they're streaming probably right now too.
Yeah, I took this whole damn thing apart.
What have you
Okay, so they
learned, Sean?
close in 45 minutes, but how long does it take to get there?
Probably the same, like 45 minutes.
Well, if it takes that long to get there, then that'd just
Yeah.
be silly to show up on their doorstep when they close.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So probably better to
So-
go on Wednesday.
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, for sure. You know, make more than a thought on it, and
No, it's
Take
TJ's
those
gonna
steps.
come out of there with a fucking 14-foot aircraft carrier. Look what I got.
Man, look, I traded my boat for this huge aircraft.
we can land
Leave
4
over, so
drones
just
on it
relax for
though.
a minute, you can handle it.
I'm telling you, that would be actually pretty badass to have get like a really big scale aircraft carrier that you can land your drones on.
Yeah.
That would be badass.
Yeah. I'd love that.
That'd be like the ultimate drone meetup to put your aircraft carrier out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could. Well, maybe it's not actually an aircraft carrier, but just like a floating, platform. Make it more realistic. That'd be pretty sweet. Yeah.
Go on. You're giving me a
Yeah.
headache. Stop concentrating so hard.
Sorry. I still hate Windows 11.
Yet you do it. Isn't that amazing?
I know.
Yeah.
Well, he had Windows 10 on there and he had to fucking do the stupid thing and update it.
Well, it's not a
Can't you
stupid
just
thing
revert
unless,
back?
unless your computer can't handle it.
Well, the computer said it was superior.
Oh yeah, okay, it sure did.
What happened to your computer?
That's why it's
Jason?
complaining now,
It's-
right?
It's a computer, Jason. It doesn't know shit until you tell it.
What happened to your computer?
He
He
updated
touched
it.
it.
Or upgraded
I
it.
didn't do anything to it.
Sure.
So why is Sean working on it then?
I wasn't the one that put Sean's the one that was working on it.
It's all Sarah's fault.
The only thing I did was put the actual parts in the computer. I didn't do any of the programming of it.
Oh, well, now we found the problem. Look at how we put the parts in, Sean.
Right.
That might be the problem.
Yeah, I'll have to look at that. All right, so I'm gonna try.
Oh, Bill was sent me one on Amazon that's on sale. It's like 13% off for $69.99.
Yeah, JD said that. I guess they start off at 100. Said he was surprised. I wouldn't have thought that a hobby grade one would be that cheap.
Oh, that one looks pretty awesome
Oh
though.
no, he cleaned his lens. Now we can see him better.
I like the name Venom. March, it would get here by the 11th.
Oh, he's over there. Buy it now button. Dude, that buy it now button on Amazon gets you in trouble. I'll tell you what.
I know.
Because it makes it so convenient. You just hit it and it's like on its way.
Yeah.
Then you're sitting there questioning your purchase.
On water, that's not bad. So it does 25 kilometers an hour. Fast on water.
Wow.
25 kilometers. That's like 18 miles an hour.
I don't know. What do y'all think? Should I just get that one that Bill put in the chat or try to get this one fixed first?
Is it a hobby grade boat?
Does it say it?
Because you want something that you can repair.
Yeah.
Does it come with a remote and a receiver already?
Yeah.
then it's not.
Remote controlled boat for adults and kids, speed up to 25 kilometers an hour. Water cooling, capsize recovery. 2.4 gigahertz racing boat for lake, pool, indoor and outdoor.
Indoor, outdoor. Fuck, you playing with it in the bathtub?
I know, right? Lithium ion batteries. You can get it in black, green, and orange and
Okay,
red.
Justin, what color is your LEDs now?
They're all blue still.
Are they okay?
Yeah, they're the colors I set them to.
Okay. What's your temperature on your CPU right now?
Hold on a sec.
Was Paul live earlier this morning? Because I checked my phone and I didn't see him. I didn't see him live.
I don't know, my screen's not reading at the moment, probably because of all the stuff we were doing.
Okay. Do I need to restart it? Do I need to start
I mean,
it?
I guess,
Go for it.
well, you want me to restart the computer?
Well, how do you turn the screen on?
Oh, hold on. Where's it at?
What are you doing?
Hold on. Where's it at? Because there's a thing in here that will tell you all your temperatures and everything.
Oh, I can look at that in Armory Crate. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think Armory Crate's actually the issue because it's trying to control everything, and also Windows is too. I can't actually take off the Windows control over your PC for your power management. This is again why I hate Windows 11. You have no options. It does whatever the fuck it wants to do.
Yay, finally everything's Macintosh.
And how much snow
Hell
do you
no.
have on the ground over there right now?
Here?
Yeah.
Not much, just a couple inches. I mean,
Oh.
there's piles from the snowplow.
Yeah,
Oh.
we still have a foot up where I'm working.
Yeah, this is my house.
Oh, yeah, that's not too much snow.
Yeah.
There was a thing in here for that.
Where do you live? Where do you live at?
Minneapolis.
Oh, for real?
Yep.
Oh, that's what's up.
I'll find it.
So-
Justin. I know what you're talking
I'm over
about.
in South Minneapolis right now.
Oh, okay.
My house.
This has the same thing.
Do y'all is there a coffee place called Tim Hortons?
No, we banished them actually.
Oh, really?
They made a big promise to all the franchise holders when they first moved in, as far as like profit margins, but they were non-existent. So there was a big lawsuit from all the people that franchised because they were here for a little bit, but then they all disappeared.
Oh shit! I saw
We
your
kicked
coffee
them
cup. I
out.
thought maybe it said Tim Hortons on it.
Oh yeah, no,
Oh,
it's
okay.
holiday.
Coffee.
Yep,
Sweet.
more of a local brand, and the Erickson brothers.
Awesome.
Yep. But yeah, Minnesota.
Minnesota, yeah. My mom actually used to live in Minnesota, and man, it was crazy. Like when the ponds and shit would freeze over, people would drive out with their ice houses and shit. I was like, no, thank you. Yeah, I'd be scared as shit to do that.
Yeah, there's people out there right now in cars and whatnot. And
Like I used to could ice skate, but like I went out on the pond one day and like the ponds were like you know, that thick to where, you know, you wouldn't fall through, but it was crazy.
2 inches is still, I wouldn't go for that. I go for more like this, or deeper.
Yeah.
Jody,
Give me a foot or two, and then that's good for me. So, yep. Yeah, shit. There's the wife calling.
yeah,
Hmm.
Gotta go.
What are you doing out there? Why are you in the car still?
It looks like 67 degrees Celsius. And 31 degrees Celsius on the GPU.
Yeah, I see it. That's a little high. Isn't that a little high for normal? Because I don't like that the fan speed's only at 700 RPM.
700?
Yeah. It's like barely running,
Yeah, you can like spin it faster.
right?
Maybe that's a problem. Maybe there's something wrong with your fan. You got some hardware issues.
Gonna rank it up here. Well, and that's like I said, I was trying to move it to ultra performance or high performance for the Windows power settings and stuff, and it just won't let you do it. It just goes either balanced or best performance. That's the only ones that I even have a choice from.
Sean, are you in India? Are you on
Yeah.
any desk to him?
I must be.
Nice.
Does your car have heated seats for the winter time?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
My wife says heated steering.
It says what? Oh,
What's that?
she said what now?
Oh, my wife has a heated steering wheel.
Oh, the steering wheel's heated too?
Yeah, not in the Subaru, but that car.
Oh shit. That's pretty awesome.
Yep. All right. Well, I got to jump out here for a sec, so I'll see you guys later.
See you,
Yeah.
Brett.
See ya.
Harder.
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna hop off too and see what the hell. I'm gonna call these guys and see about coming in and make an appointment about getting this damn boat fixed and get it running again.
Oh, there you go. Went up to 1,000, Sean.
Yeah.
But we'll see you guys. We'll see y'all later.
Okay. Have a good one.
Later.
All right.
See you.
See ya.
But see, I can't change it to manual. Yeah, suite 2 operating mode. Okay, let me try that. Oh, come on.
Daddy, Aubrey left her bag of chips on the ground.
No, I'm gonna pick it up.
There you go. So I went to go get those curtains today, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Dollar General just to see if they had anything. They didn't have nothing.
Right.
So I called up Family Dollar because, of course, you know, they're right down the street.
Right.
Turned out they had 2 baskets full of curtains reduced to like damn near nothing.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
I got 3 sets of curtains and 2 curtain rods for $20.
Wow. Nice.
So I was able to redo both windows in our room and the girls' room.
Nice.
And there goes Gaffa.
Yeah.
He's tired of watching me just stare at the computer here.
Mhm.
Yeah, because that Aurora sync doesn't even do nothing on my computer anymore anyway.
That's what I was wondering. It doesn't
No,
seem like-
because everything's Corsair, so it all goes through the other program. It doesn't even do anything when you try to change colors.
Yeah. I'm almost thinking we just need to take this off. Because it's not doing shit. And this very easily could have been messing with that other.
Yeah, but I thought it wasn't actually on there before though.
Well, it showed the same programs as what it does on here. It just wouldn't bring it up. It wouldn't come up. And it wasn't completely uninstalled either.
Okay. So you think with it being like half there, it was.
Yeah, it was messing with it. So I'm going to take it completely off. If you're not using Aurora, I mean, that's technically.
I don't use it anyway. Like I said, it's kind of useless for me
Right.
because all my stuff's Corsair, so it won't even do anything for it.
Right.
I have to go through the Corsair program to do anything.
Right. I want to see something here real quick though. I want to see what your temperature is now. 81. RPM.
Yeah, because a lot of the options seem to be grayed out for some damn reason.
Right, and I can't make any adjustments on it either.
And I'm wondering if that's the reason why it's all grayed out is because we've done so many upgrades on it that
Maybe.
it's just not compatible with it anymore.
Right, it's like this isn't Asus anymore.
Oh, I mean, yeah, because we've upgraded so much shit on this thing.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not even in the original case anymore.
right. Yeah, I'm just gonna uninstall it, make sure it's completely uninstalled.
I'm coming.
So we just gotta make sure it's completely uninstalled and then retry it.
Yeah. I would like you to, we might have to do this at a different time, but I would like you to get into the BIOS and actually set a fan curve for your processor though.
Okay. Well, we can do it a different time. I mean, it's not a big deal.
Okay. Well,
I mean, we pretty much removed everything that was conflicting for right now anyway, so
right.
technically I shouldn't have any more of that issue.
Well, once we get rid of this, I'd actually like to have MSI back on there just to make sure that your video card's running right. But I still think this is what was conflicting it. Because it was partially on there.
Well, that's the thing is I never, like I went through a couple weeks ago and cleaned out a bunch of old programs that I wasn't using, but I knew what they all were.
Right.
And I didn't remove Armory crates, so I don't know where that would have went to.
Well, I think that repair actually did that.
But it didn't remove the whole thing.
Right. It'll uninstall or get rid of the one that it thinks is the problem. So it just got rid of a portion of it, and that's it. But your motherboard can control your cooling and stuff. It just can't control your video card. And there's no other programs that actually where you can set a fan curve, like you can't do it through NVIDIA. So your only other options are either Armory Crate, which obviously it won't even let me do that, or MSI Afterburner. Like that's the closest stuff you can get. Because even on mine, to control my fan speeds and stuff like that, this is what I don't get. Mine's actually controlled through the AMD software for the graphics card. So I can control my whole fan curve. I can overclock it. I can do all that stuff, but I don't see.
Do we need a reconnect or were you done?
Need to reconnect. I thought it was trying.
I don't have nothing popping up on my screen.
Okay. We'll see. Oh, it's reconnecting.
Yeah, once I clicked on Quick Assistant, reconnected.
Okay.
And I pulled it back up.
Okay.
That's pretty cool though that it's actually doing a reconnection after you reset the computer because it never did that before.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't do
You
it.
Yeah, you would always have to re-put in a code.
Right. All right. Let me just make sure it's completely gone here. Let's see. Install the apps. Yeah, it looks like it got rid of it all.
Yep, because it would have all been right there at the top.
Right. Okay, so let me go try to find good MSI one. We'll just download it again and try to find the right one here. This one say.
I feel like if you're downloading this, you shouldn't need a fucking walkthrough on it.
Right.
Or like an introduction or a how-to video.
Yeah.
So I don't think you should be really downloading this kind of shit if you don't know what you're doing.
Right. Oh, there's another link down below. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one I was having problems with, the MSI Center. Wait a minute, did they make it where you can actually, huh? Does your screen show up now?
What do you mean?
Your monitoring screen?
Oh, yeah, it's up now.
What's your temperature now?
It's only giving me the speeds, not the temperature.
Doesn't give you CPU temperature?
Apparently that one doesn't, that screen doesn't.
Weird.
I have to
Okay.
figure out, I have to play around with that thing a little bit more though, so I can get the different profiles.
Right. So that came up and still had your profile on it too. Let's see. Actually, I should be able to tell off of this. CPU temperature. Oh, that's GPU. Usage. There you go. CPU temperature 63 degrees.
It's running the same,
Yeah.
63 Celsius.
Well, that's one core. I forgot it has multi-core on it.
Looks like they're all running around the same.
Yeah. Which is good.
It should be what, 12 cores, right?
That's threads. It's 6 core.
Okay. Oh, yeah, the threads there on the mixed backwards.
Usage. Hoping it would show me fans in here too.
I'll ever go live?
What?
I was asking Dominic.
Oh,
I don't know about the first lot, but this, since the restart, It's an hour and a quarter.
No. Paul, did he ever? Oh no, he's still not live.
No. He wouldn't go live for at least another 15 minutes.
Oh, I thought it was already 5 o'clock. Okay.
No, it's 4:45 in your numbering.
Oh my god. Yeah, I have the Corsair fan controller, David. It's the only fucking thing that works on it.
Hmm.
Because I can't get the fucking RGBs to work for it through it.
Fan speed. Okay. Okay. Yeah, everything looks good there. So yeah, we just have to do the BIOS and see what we can do for temperatures on your processor. But you'll have to do that with your phone camera while you get in it.
Have you gone to the fan controller and the ICU program?
Where's it at?
Where you do the RGBs on the Corsair shit? Because
Oh,
remember, I have that fan controller in there. I forgot. David said something in the chat, and I completely forgot. But yeah,
I
you
forgot about that too.
you can control the fan speeds in there.
Okay. Well, some of them, not all of them.
No, you can control the back one. I think oh yeah, I don't know. I think it's only the front three and the back one.
Balanced, quiet. Why do you have quiet on the fan 3?
None of the RGBs work anyway, remember? So I
Yeah,
don't fucking.
I'm
with
in the
RGB.
I'm in the Corsair one. I'm looking at your fan profile right now. Hang on just a second.
Yeah, I don't think that the processor fan runs through there. Now, why is it quiet balance? Quiet balance. I didn't set that.
That's what I was saying. I was looking at that going, what the hell?
Yeah, I never messed with those. The only thing I ever tried to do with the fans in here was the RGBs. I never set those.
Just want to see something here real quick. So is that too loud?
I can't even hear that.
This is what I do on all my case fans anyway. Why is that one only? Huh. How many customs do you have here?
I mean, you can delete them. I just the only thing I've messed with in there is just the RGB shit.
Yeah, because this is just for cooling. They should all be running like 100% basically.
I wonder if that's the back fan and the other three other front fans.
It is.
Because the other three are running about the same. The first, third, and fourth one, but that second one's a little bit slower.
Right.
I'm wondering if that's the exhaust fan out the back.
Could be, but it shouldn't be any different. It should be able to go full power on all of it. Let's see.
Because the other three ramped up another 200 RPMs.
Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of these customs. Of course, I can't change those.
Maybe it has to be set. Oh no, I was gonna say, what's the extreme down there at the bottom?
That's the thing. Like, I can do. I tried the extreme and it just doesn't go to anything.
Huh.
But they're all set to extreme now.
Well, I said the other three seem to have gone up a couple hundred.
Right.
It's just that other one doesn't go up.
Yeah. You don't have anything sitting against it or anything, do you?
No, there's nothing touching any of them.
Oh yeah, see this up here?
Oh yeah, it's gone down. Few. There was sitting at like 60, 62. Oh yeah, it's gone down.
Quite a bit. So are they doing RGB right now?
No, they don't do jack shit. Even though they're plugged in to the controller, they don't do anything. David fucked around with it for like an hour and a half one day trying to get it to work, and we couldn't get it to. For some reason, they just don't want to light up.
They're not 4-pin, are they?
No,
3-pin.
remember the RGB controller is 4-pin,
Okay.
and the plugs that are in there are 3-pin.
Okay. That's right. I remember that.
Because they had some weird, like, proprietary type plug or some shit on them,
Right.
and they're just not compatible, even though they're in a Corsair case.
Right.
They don't seem to be compatible with any Corsair shit. Which I came to the conclusion that I think what they did was they put a cheaper set of fans in there
Right.
that weren't actually Corsair.
Right. And that might be what's going on here too, because they should be maxed out.
Well, what's the max on them? Because the other three of them
1500.
actually, yeah, because 3 of them jumped way up when we did that. The other one didn't.
Right. Because let's see, like just to see, because we had like this one was at balanced. That really didn't do shit. This one was definitely at balanced. Now that's not doing shit either.
That's weird.
Yeah, we'll just leave them all extreme. Okay, well. Huh. Oh well, at least it's cooler. Anyway. Well, do you want to do that BIOS or what do you want to do?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. You're gonna have to hit that F2 when it comes up and says or delete.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Can I show you a picture video go real quick?
No, something.
Okay, let me just show you a picture then. I'm gonna go make dinner.
All right, it's restarting now.
What's for dinner?
She already walked out. Honestly, I have no idea what they're making for them. All right, we are in the BIOS.
Okay.
Okay. Paul Murray's live if you want to know.
So you're gonna have to turn your camera on so I can look too.
Wait back in a few minutes.
There we go. Focus, you piece of shit.
You have your background thing on.
Oh, there we go.
All right, go to monitor. And QFan configuration down below. There. Okay, okay. Does that say standard?
Yeah, down at the bottom, yeah.
Yeah, change that.
Silent turbo.
Your camera just died. And you want to go to manual.
Okay. Manual.
Okay. Really? Okay. So the first one, temperature what?
CPU upper temperature 70.
Okay, that's the next one.
CPU fan max duty cycle 100.
Okay,
And then CPU middle temperature 25.
that's middle temperature.
Yeah, and then you have CPU fan middle duty cycle 20.
Okay, so scroll down just a little bit.
Okay, then you have CPU lower temperature 20. And CPU fan mid duty cycle 20.
Okay, so we're gonna do CPU lower lower temperature. I want that at 35.
Is that
Okay.
my whistle still on?
And then the bottom one, the percentage, I want that at 30. No, you changed the wrong one.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, and then the middle one,
Is it gr-
I
Nobody.
want at 50
Okay.
and 50 and 50 on both those.
That one too.
Yep.
Okay.
He's my girlfriend.
Then that upper temperature,
He's
I
my
want
friend.
that at 65.
Okay.
Okay, now did all of them stay?
Why you always
Yeah.
like this?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Scroll down a little more. What's on the very bottom?
Then-
Chassis fan configuration.
So do you have your fans, the actual fan headers plugged into the motherboard, or is that still plugged into the Corsair thing?
The Corsair thing, because remember the
Okay.
the motherboard didn't have that.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure. So that should be it on that. Go to AI tweaker there at the top.
See?
This. Because my bottom looks really bad. The top there.
Okay, change that auto.
That's the one, the top one.
Yep. To DOCP.
This one.
And
Cool, yeah.
what's the one saying disabled?
Asus performance enhancement.
No.
Okay, I'm not gonna worry about that. What's the auto one? Above.
Up here,
Kilo cube.
SB clock spread spectrum.
Drop it down. Let me see what options you got. Okay, kill that. Drop that one down.
That's the FSLK frequency.
Right.
That's CLK.
Which should be half of 3200. What's half of 3200? 18? No, 16.
16.
So go
1600.
1600.
Okay. And the one below that is CP core ratio.
Yeah, don't change that. Okay, I think that's it. So go ahead and do exit and save. Like hit exit up at the top.
Okay. Let's see here. Exit, save changes and reset.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
We'll see if it ramps up or not. See if it actually boots back up again.
Well, it went to boot. It looked like it was trying to boot twice. It came on, shut off, came on, shut off, and now it's going back on.
Okay. And it will because we made those changes.
Right.
Okay, good so far. Okay. What does it say there?
System is posted in safe mode.
What? Why?
So this may be due to the previous post attempt failing because of the system, or if the power button was held in to force the system off. If the system failed to post after you made changes to the UEFI settings, you may wish to revert to stable settings to prevent post failure. Press F1 to run setup.
Just hit any key to go past that. Do F1, I guess.
And it takes me back to the BIOS.
Okay. Go to the AI tweaker again.
Okay. AI tweaker.
We didn't change really anything in here. I guess do that BCLK frequency to auto again. Up. Oh yeah, that is okay.
Okay.
Maybe I just didn't like that. That's
Try it
what
now.
yeah, that's what it should be though. Okay, go exit. Yep. It's David screaming at me.
I have no idea. I can't see the chat at the moment.
Oh,
No. Not really much happening in the chat.
okay.
There, honestly, most of them probably went over to Paul's show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
I'll go and have a look.
Same thing.
Yeah, it's still same thing. Yeah.
Okay. All right, go back into F1. We'll just change that one back to from
All right.
DHCP to auto.
And the AI
Obviously, it
tweaker.
can- yeah. So change that DOCP at the top. It just can't do it.
Just doesn't like it. Doesn't like being touched like that.
Apparently not.
Yeah, now it went back. So yeah, it was that part of it. Didn't like us messing with the tweaker.
Okay, then.
Just blue screened again.
Really? Oh, son of a bitch. That's after signing in again?
Yeah.
What the hell? Ugh.
Uh,
It's not the wrong program, I'm telling you. All right, well, I guess we'll just get in there and get rid of that. So you can't do
Right.
any overclocking on your graphics card, which is bullshit.
how did we get into the safe mode again from when we had this issue
When
last
you-
time?
When you get into the login, you hit your shift and then the basically restart from there from the login screen.
Okay, that's right.
Why is it?
There we go.
Why is the live stream showing voice again? Speaker only.
I don't know. I can playing with these controls through the phone is a pain in the ass.
I know.
Alright, let's see.
Because I changed it back to gallery, but it's just not working. It's so stupid that it's doing that though. Asus must have some kind of lockdown on that motherboard or something. Because it doesn't let you do shit.
No, I hold shift down after I sign in.
No, you don't sign in at all. You just hold down shift and then there should be a power button in the lower right hand corner, I think.
Uh-huh. And then I hit what? Restart?
Restart.
Okay, that's what I thought it was.
Hmm.
Uh, Agree. Stop. Got it. It's doing the system repair now.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess it just doesn't like that afterburner.
I guess. It's just weird because like I said, that's the only way I know you can even overclock your video card when it comes to NVIDIA anyway.
Yeah, it must be that fucking motherboard then.
It has to be. Because you can't even do DOCP, which is really weird.
Yeah, but I mean, we noticed some weird shit about this motherboard anyway. Like it didn't have the RGB headers. It doesn't even have a PCIe slot.
Yeah,
So you can't even add anything extra to it.
right. I think they kind of locked it down.
Oh well, from what I'm doing, it's gonna work for now. So
Oh yeah. I was just hoping because I know it runs a little bit better that way, but
it's all right. It is what it is.
right. Game overlay. Yeah, like everybody that's talking in here, you just because there should be NVIDIA's performance tuning tool.
Yeah, they couldn't just made this shit simple with one program, right?
I know.
It's like let's have 15 different programs you can choose from and see which one works.
Yeah. And it looks like that only works off of like each individual game. What's David saying now?
So you want me to just go to add and remove programs and remove that?
Yep.
Uh,
If it's still there.
What I'll do is I'll reset the computer again after that and see if it does it shit again.
Yeah, David is saying the same thing. He's like, yeah, make sure you got rid of the drivers. And I said, yeah, we did that last night with
Yeah.
BDU. It's just super weird that it's doing this kind of stuff.
Fucking remove this shit then. Let's see here. So we have to burn it, uninstall. Wait. That's right. Says MSI Afterburner is currently active on it. Uninstall process will be aborted. But I go to Task Manager, I don't see it running anywhere.
What about in the lower right hand corner?
Okay, let me try that.
See, that makes me think that it's not that.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
Okay.
It was running.
See, that's what doesn't make any sense. It's running, but yet it blues your screen out.
And it's always when I go to, it's always when I go and I restart the computers when it does it.
Right.
So let me restart the computer now that I got it uninstalled
Okay.
and see if I get that issue again.
Well, was it on restart or was it on shutdown and turn on?
Well, it doesn't matter. The two or three times it happened, I either was restarting or I shut down the computer and went to turn it back on.
True.
But like I said, the only reason I would think that it was that program is because it's never done this until that was on there. It's just, it kind of lined up with it, right? Because like you did it the
Right.
night before and I hadn't shut the computer down that night and I shut it down, went to bed, got up the next morning, turned it on and it did it. So that's why I don't know. It's I don't know, maybe it's just not compatible. It's just not vibing with something on my computer.
Right. I don't know.
Could be Epic Games.
Could be. You never know.
Yeah, see,
So,
my computer, fine. I'm gonna
okay.
restart.
So
So yeah, it's just something with Afterburner. It just doesn't fucking like it.
the other thing that I'm thinking too, and it's because David's kind of talking to me too, it kind of made me think about it. It's possible when it's overclocking like that,
Uh-huh.
it's not the power supply, it doesn't have enough to do it.
Yeah. I was just thinking about that. I was like, I wonder if it's the power supply. So it's enough to run it just normally with everything going, but the minute you try to add a little bit more overclock, it's just not having it. That would make sense, though. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, technically this graphics card, if you look up the recommendation for it, it's technically recommended you have a 550. And that
Right.
might be because they're factoring in that overclocking. But like I said, it has to be that MSI because it's because once you uninstalled it earlier and we restarted the computer a couple of times, it didn't do jack shit.
Right.
But the minute you reinstalled it and then we shut that computer down again, it did the same thing.
Right.
So it's got to be that program doing it. And David's probably right about that. It's probably the fucking power supply is not powerful enough.
Right. Because I basically told MSI Afterburner to use, maximum power for that card. And so,
yeah.
and then you're overclocking it just a little bit. So it's going to pull a little bit more power than its factory default, basically.
So it's causing it to crash pretty much.
Right. So I think when it's coming up like that, it's going, okay, cool. I can take all this power. And then the power supply is going, no.
Yeah, not happening, buddy. You're not that guy. You're not
Right.
that guy. Who's that that popped in?
Gaffa again.
Uh,
How's it going?
If it was power supply, you'd get a reboot of the computer, not a freeze.
Even if the card wasn't getting enough power to bring up a video?
Yeah, it'd do a reboot because it's a safety factor when you have power issues, it reboots instead of burning shit out.
But that's only if it's 80 plus certified, right? Because it isn't.
No, all power supplies, as far as I've known for as long as I've done computers, if the power supply is not enough, the computer main board will shut the computer down because it's a safety feature.
Okay.
So if you've got issues with your power supply, the main board will say, "No, not doing this," and shut the computer down.
Right.
Your blue screen,
Well-
when you boot it back up again, then you go, "Why the blue screen?" You'll find out it's because your power supply is not handling the situation.
well, that's what it did. Blue screen.
The
Yeah,
first-
but it doesn't lock the computer up when it blue screens. It just blue screens, and then you can reboot it under normal. You can reboot it with all control delete, that type of thing.
Right.
Because the power supply isn't being strained when you're booting the computer up, only while you're doing what it is you're doing.
Some chick said she loves me in my comment section.
And yours is not rebooting it when you're doing it. It's just freezing the computer, which tells me that the CPU is conflicted with something you're trying to do. Because the CPU should be able to process anything you do and just ignore whatever goes on with the video card, and
Right.
you'll lose your monitor. But you still should be able to do something with your computer. But
Yeah.
it's not. It's conflicting. So something that's got some serious control is saying no, and the CPU goes, can't do that. Freeze.
I really think it's the motherboard. I think they got it locked down to be just a standard, shelf purchase, and that's it. Because I mean, it doesn't
no.
even have fan headers. They actually took the fan headers off the motherboard.
Yeah, well.
Well, it has
Seems to me
one.
like- seems-
Well, no.
seems
It
to me
does
like
have one fan header. That's it.
It
Yeah,
seems
one.
to me like he's got the what we call the aftermarket motherboard.
Yeah, exactly.
The aftermarket motherboards is made by a company that's not made the originals, and they cut back on costs by cutting out things they don't think they need.
Right. So, because
So
I
you
can't
might have got a good
even
bit-
run DOCP for the memory, normal memory run. I
Yeah,
actually have to
well-
set it to 3200.
It's sounding like an aftermarket. Everything you say.
Yeah, exactly.
If you've got a good price on that, Justin, it's because it's an aftermarket.
Well, technically, this was a pre-built, but we've added a bunch of stuff to it.
Yeah, but question. The only thing I can say is double check your BIOS and see whether there's some overclocking things have been switched off that you may be able to turn back on. That might help. It's the only thing I can think of doing. If the
Yeah.
motherboard says no, you're not overclocking that port, then there's no way in the world you can get a video card to overclock on it because the slot will just not handle it and the CPU
Right.
will shut it down.
I think that's what's going on.
But there could be he could have a need if he does a BIOS upgrade. It may actually open that port up and allow him to do overclocking because initially the card should have been able to do it. It's just if it's an aftermarket for some reason, or other, they've either cut that back off. or it's just-
That's kind of the problem is we can't find like the original model number of the motherboard. So we can't really update the BIOS because we don't know which one to use.
It's an aftermarket.
Yeah. So
Prepare.
And don't get me wrong, the computer mainboard companies did buy knockoffs to lengthen the time that they were selling the motherboards because they were selling so well.
right. So I mean, it's still a good computer. It's just you can't really do much with it as far as overclocking or anything like that. So
Yeah, I mean, it still does everything else he wants it to do, but
Oh,
he
yeah,
just, if he
yeah.
wants to play the big end games now, he's just got no chance. He's going to have to upgrade his motherboard.
right.
I mean, look, mate, I'll tell you this much, Justin. Buy yourself a new power supply if you think that's it, because in the long run, whether or not that fixes the problem, it takes you one step bit closer to a better computer
Right.
that you would have had to buy anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
And if it comes down to the crunch, if you've upgraded your power supply and that hasn't worked, and you've upgraded everything else, you think, oh, and it comes down, you need your main board, then everything else is ready for
What,
you.
he cut out?
Yeah. Yep. But I think you're right. I don't think it's necessarily the power supply. I was just trying to run it through my head too.
Yeah, power supplies are pretty cut and dry. When a power supply is not giving it the juice, the motherboard usually shuts things down. CPUs won't run properly with it, so that'll shut down. Mainboards will say, no, there's an issue there where I'll end up getting damaged if I keep going, so it shuts down. They're safety factors.
Yeah.
Same if your RAM is not running properly, things will shut down because it's better to shut your computer down than it is to try and burn out shit that isn't working on your computer. And if you force it to do it, you're going to burn out shit. That's the whole point.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not. Don't host me. I'm not hosting.
I think the main thing that I was looking at that I was kind of worried about was the fan curve for the video card. I don't want it to overheat and stuff, but you know, I don't know any other way in NVIDIA that you can actually set that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that some main boards and in general main boards don't like third-party controllers for their cards and everything else.
Right.
So when you've got fan controls on, if they say they've got controls for it, you use their controls.
I'm gonna
'cause that's
head
what
out.
they're used for.
All right.
So,
See you later.
see you later.
All right,
Yeah.
mate. So I gather someone's gone live.
No, I've got to. I know Paul's live, but I've got to do a couple of things before I get things going. So I'll see you guys later.
All right.
Later.
See. Do you want to change this off of what do you call it? Gallery, or turn it to gallery again for YouTube?
I can't because I don't have any controls. My reclaim button's not there. Usually it gives me a reclaim button to take host abilities back,
Right.
but it's not there now.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that now. Huh. Anyway. Oh, well, I probably better get some shit done too, but
All right, yeah, I'm gonna jump over and say hi to Paul, and then I'm gonna jump on the game here in a little bit and test it
Okay.
out. I gotta
All right.
test that audio out and make sure it's working now too. Had a
Yeah.
perfect fucking video yesterday and the goddamn audio didn't pick up my, but, all right.
well, thanks, Gaffer, for your help.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all.
I did tell you earlier that it might have been compatibility issue with our compatible video card and motherboard. but
Yeah.
You had to find out for yourself.
I appreciate it. I like working out.
Well, that's the next. Do yourself a favor. Next time you want to upgrade your motherboard and your video card, make sure you get two that are compatible that are able to be clocked together and that they work well.
Right.
All right, that way you'll have no issue with this next time. And then when you do upgrade your video card next time, ask all the questions. Will this work with the main board I got? Will I be able to do this? Will I be able to do that? Because it will save you a lot of money.
Yeah. Yep.
All
So,
right.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me up. I'm out.
okay, have a good one.
All right. I'll see y'all later. I appreciate your help.
Yeah, well, tried.
Well, I mean, we figured something out, so.
Yeah. So, cool.
All right. I'll see y'all later.
Okay, have a good one.